Nothing like a good teeth brushing to start your day, don't you think? Hey Rosalina, look what I got this morning.
Ah, 3/4. I see you got a visit from the Tooth Fairy last night.
Sure did.
How wonderful. Speaking of the Tooth Fairy, I've got a little Blue's Clues story about the Tooth Fairy. It's called, A Visit from the Tooth Fairy. One morning while Blue was brushing her teeth, she suddenly noticed a funny feeling in her mouth. One of her teeth was moving a little. She wiggled it back and forth slowly at first, and then a bit faster. I have a loose tooth, she said excitedly. Then she dashed off to find Joe. Wow, you have a loose tooth, asked Joe in amazement. Why is it loose? Blue's tooth is ready to come out, explained Mrs. Pepper. What will you do with your tooth after it comes out? Joe wondered. I'll put it under my pillow, said Blue. So the Tooth Fairy can come. At school that day, Blue proudly showed her loose tooth to Miss Marigold. Then she showed her friends. Does it hurt? Asked Periwinkle. Not a bit, Blue replied. Will it hurt when it comes out? Asked Magenta. Blue looked a little worried. I don't think so, she said. I guess we'll have to wait and see. Have you ever seen the Tooth Fairy? Asked Green Puppy. No, Blue replied. I wonder what she looks like. Why don't we draw some pictures of what we think the Tooth Fairy looks like? Miss Marigold suggested. So that's what the class did. Every day, Blue's tooth got a little looser. She wiggled it while she read, she wiggled it while she played, she even wiggled it while she took a bath. After a few more days, Blue's tooth became so loose, she could wiggle it with her tongue. And then during music time, it happened. Blue was wiggling her tooth, when suddenly, it fell out. And it didn't hurt a bit. Miss Marigold put Blue's tooth in a special box so Blue could keep it safe. Blue proudly showed her friends the tooth. She showed them the space where the tooth used to be. It was fun to feel the empty place with her tongue. Soon a grown-up tooth will begin to grow in the space where you lost your baby tooth, said Miss Marigold. This is so exciting, said Joe when he saw Blue's tooth. Do you think the Tooth Fairy will really come tonight? I hope so, said Blue. But Miss Marigold says no one knows what she looks like, because she only comes if you're asleep. Before she went to bed that night, Blue put her tooth under her pillow. That night, Blue had a dream. She dreamed the Tooth Fairy came to visit her. Hello, Blue, said the Tooth Fairy. What a big girl you are to have lost a tooth. Blue smiled to show the Tooth Fairy the space where her tooth had been. The Tooth Fairy reached under Blue's pillow and pulled out the tooth. Well, she said delightedly. This is a very lovely tooth. Thanks, said Blue. I will take good care of it, said the Tooth Fairy, as she carefully placed the tooth in her special pouch. Then she waved her wand, and disappeared in a cloud of sparkly dust. When Blue woke up the next morning, the first thing she did was feel under her pillow. The Tooth Fairy came, the Tooth Fairy came, she shouted. She took my tooth and left a surprise. Blue dashed away to tell Joe. Joe was just as excited as Blue. You were right, Blue, the Tooth Fairy really did come, he said. Blue just smiled a great, big smile. The end.
Wow, that was a great story. Good for Blue.
And good for you too. You both lost a tooth. Good for you both.
Thank you, Rosalina. Ooh, come on. I hope there's a great song about what we've been through today. Let's see.
I brush my teeth in the morning.
My teeth in the morning.
Then again at night.
And in the night.
My Tooth Fairy likes.
They really like.
When they're nice and clean and white.
Oh, so white.
It wobbles in the morning.
All through the morning.
It wobbles in the night.
All night long.
And when it falls out.
Wobble, wobble, pop.
My fairy takes flight.
2, 3, 4.
Brushing is important. Brushing can be fun. Brush for 2 minutes, then your work is done. If your tooth begins to wobble, brush it till it's clean. Your tooth fairy likes it with this shiny, shiny sheen. Wibbly wobbly pop,
Wibbly wobbly pop,
wibbly wobbly pop.
wibbly wobbly pop.
When your fairy comes through your Irish fairy door, she'll take your tooth, so be careful not to snore. When you wake up in the morning, you'll feel magic in the air. That's when you know that your fairy has been there. When I say tooth, you say fairy. Tooth,
Fairy,
tooth.
fairy.
I brush my teeth in the morning,
My teeth in the morning
then again at night.
and in the night.
My tooth fairy likes
Fairy light,
when they're nice and clean and white.
oh so white.
It wobbles in the morning,
All through the morning,
it wobbles in the night.
all night long.
And when it falls out,
Wobble wobble pop.
my fairy takes flight.
My tooth fairy.
Wow. What a great Tooth Fairy song. Oh, it's time to go. Thanks for spending this Tooth Fairyistic day. This has to be the best day we've ever had together. Well, come on, let's do the goodbye dance. Goodbye, goodbye. It's time to go. Goodbye, goodbye. I don't want to go. See you later, alligator. Bye bye bye, butterfly. Goodbye.